Hello friends. In this session we are going to see about the overhead absorption. Myself Dr. Anuradha Nandurkar from KK Wagh Arts, Commerce Science and Computer Science College. So last time we have seen the allocation and apportionment of overheads. Now whenever we are saying allocation of the overheads, the costs are allocated to the cost unit or the cost center. And so the ultimate aim of overhead accounting is to absorb them in the products or units which are produced by the firm. Thus the indirect cost or overhead will have to be distributed over the final product so that the charge is complete, and this process is known as cost absorption or absorption of overheads. What does this mean? It means cost is absorbed by the production or product units during the period or charging each unit of the product with the equitable share of overhead expenses. What does this mean? That the process of apportioning the total overhead expenses of production department among the units produced in that department is termed as overhead absorption. In other words, we can say that absorption of overhead expenses refers to the systematic process of distribution of the overheads among the units produced by the production department. So it is called as the overhead recovery or levy of overhead or overhead costing. So this is known as the overhead absorption. So it is the allotment of overhead cost to the cost units, and the cost units are allocated and the rates are calculated separately. So usually the following methods which are enumerated, they are utilized for the cost absorption. That is, one is direct material cost percentage, direct labor cost percentage, prime cost percentage, direct labor hour rate method or machine hour rate method. On the basis of applying these methods, the overheads are absorbed in each of the department. So when we are saying the overhead absorb, firstly the allocation is done, and then after allocation and apportionment and reapportionment of overheads to production department, these overheads are charged to cost units, and so the procedure is to be taken or is to be conducted in each production department, and these overheads are distributed among all the cost units passing through that particular department, and this is known as charging of overheads to the cost unit. And so this is technically known as the absorption. So what we do, first we will do the allocation, then we do the apportionment and reapportionment, and then these apportionment overheads are absorbed and so to the production units. So accurate absorption will help in arriving at accurate cost of production, and overheads are, as overheads are indirect cost, we have seen that it is very important to control the overheads so that there are various difficulties arrived while doing this. So the basis should be selected after careful accuracy of cost distribution to various production units. So the basis should be reviewed periodically, and corrective action is to be taken whenever needed, and so whatever accuracy of the absorption is there is very much important whenever we are saying or utilizing methods. Now we want to see the under absorption and over absorption of the overheads. Now we came to know that the overheads may be absorbed on the basis of actual rates or predetermined rates. So when actual rates are used, the overheads absorbed must, if the calculations are correct, made exactly equal to the overheads which are incurred, because it is the actual rate. So certain expenses may be direct expenses for certain costs centers, but they are indirect for the production departments. These do not form the prime cost but absorbs as overheads, so as they are not directly involved. We have seen that overheads are the indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses. So So the amount of overhead absorbed in cost is the sum total of the overhead cost allotted to individual cost units by application of the overhead rate. So this, in any of the case, there is no problem of whenever the predetermined rate is worked out and the actual comes exactly equal to the predetermined rate, there is no problem. Whatever you have decided, you have achieved the task. But when the predetermined rate is employed, overheads absorbed may not be equal to the amount of actual overheads incurred, and thus whenever the overheads absorbed are not equal to the amount of actual overheads, it is the case of either we can say under absorption or over absorption. So how to calculate and how to do the predetermined rate? So predetermined rate is equal to factory overheads estimated, which is compared with the unit of output. So this can be done, and so if it is not parallel, we can have the under absorption or over absorption of the overheads. Under absorption and over absorption of overheads we'll see. So when the amount of overheads absorbed is less than the amount of overheads incurred, it is called as the under absorption, or we can say under recovery. This has the effect of understating the cost because the overheads incurred are not fully recovered in the cost of the jobs or the processes. So this is known as under absorption. Whenever we are saying over absorption, when the amount of overhead absorbed is more than the amount of overheads incurred, it is known as over absorption or over recovery. If the amount absorbed is more than the expenditure, then it would indicate that over absorption which goes to inflate the cost. That is, it has the effect of overstating the cost of jobs or processes. So under absorption it is also termed as under recovery. Over absorption is also formed as over recovery. Now whenever under absorption is there, it may be due to actual expenses exceeding the estimated, and output or the hours work may be less than the estimated. So what are, and over absorption may be the reverse, that expenses being less than the estimated and output or hours work may be exceeding the estimate. So what are the reasons of the under absorption? We can say why it will be there that the output of the hours work may be less than the estimate. So because of the faulty estimation of overhead costs which are incurred, then the faulty estimation of the quantity of output, or the seasonal fluctuations are there in the amount of overhead in certain industries, or some unforeseen changes in the production capacity is there, or unexpected changes in the method of production which will have the impact on the amount of overhead, or non-utilization of the normal capacity of the machinery or the workers, it will result in the over absorption of the overheads. And so under absorption and over absorption have the impact on the cost accounting, whatever the control of cost is there. Now under costing or over costing, we can see, for example, the restaurant bill for the most recent get together. For example, this is given the items and various charges for this Annie, Joe, Paula, James, total and average. So average rate is calculated. Now the product of under the product under absorption, a product consumes a high level of resources but it reported to have a low cost per unit. That is Joe's dinner. Now what is the average cost? It's coming to 70 but he has paid 420. Now whenever we are saying over absorption, the product consumes a low level of resources but it is reported to have high cost per unit. For example, Annie's dinner, 150 is the cost and average is 270. So this can be there. So for each of the products cost we have to do this, and the various methods enumerated are there. So I have just given you the example that if the overheads absorbed on the predetermined basis are 1 lakh, but the actual overheads are 1,20,000. Then there is under absorption of 20,000 overheads because the uh, estimated or predetermined overheads were 1 lakh, but the actual overheads are incurred 1,20,000. And example is that the other, if the overhead rate is predetermined to be $20 per direct labor hour consumed, but the actual is rupees $80 per hour, then $2 difference is considered to be over absorbed in the overheads. So these are the various causes we have seen, that the unforeseen changes in the production capacity, seasonal fluctuations, and overhead rate may be applied to the normal capacity, may be less than the full operating capacity. So this is the case of under and over absorption. What are the strategic consequences? Product under costing and over costing. Under costed products are underpriced, increasing the demand, lowering the profits. So when we know the economics, that the price is falling, the demand is increasing. Overpricing the products, lose the market share to competitors producing similar products. So product overcosting and undercosting leads to managerial attention to wrong products. So this is very much important to maintain competency, and you want to remain in the market and have the profitability. So control rates is very much important, and for that you want to maintain the market share, and so this is very important. So allocation and apportionment of overheads and absorption of overheads helps for finding total cost of production, for better decision making, for cost control and cost reduction. So how to do the absorption of overheads we'll see in the next lecture. Thank you.